I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and this is another Stone-Faced Reactions, where we're watching a Rust Eater Bisco. Today, what happened last time? They went through a big mine, there was explosions and octopus, and then they found exactly the thing they were looking for. And then they're about to start a fight. I mean, that's a pretty quick summary, right?
Well, I mean, I guess a mine is a cute way of saying train station, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Uh, wait, was it? Oh, I guess you're right, it was a train station, it just had that feel of, like, being some underground mine, I guess.
Yeah, sure. The stairwell area that they broke the ice around and then walked down the
Mhm.
stairs, like you do with every mine.
Yeah, of course.
And then,
Maybe just because of like the one a couple episodes that's like still stuck in my mind, the one they blew up.
and then they got into a train where they had to put money into a thing to be able to run the train, as you do in any mine. And
Hey,
then
I
they
mean,
rode on the
charge your
train.
miners to go
Then,
to work.
then they rode on the train towards another train station, as you do in a mine. I know all these mine things that they did.
Though I guess to be fair, their stop was actually over a cliff. So last time they were talking about the rust eater mushroom, which apparently grows on a giant dragon worm.
Well, it was on the
And
same
they think they're going to
page.
kill it.
It was on the same page as a dragon worm. We don't know that it grows from the dragon worm.
I think the implication is that the two are in the same environment at the very least.
I don't know. When they were describing the book, the girl was saying that there was a mushroom on every page, but it was also like a book of animals, so it could just be a shared thing.
Maybe. Still, this episode just seems like it's going to go straight to the action. We got our two protagonists, our protagonist's sister, and they're going to fight again, this time over a giant ravine.
When you say we have our two protagonists, I feel like you don't know the names of the characters.
Bisco and Milo.
And what's his sister's name?
I don't know that one, actually.
What's the name of the love interest you think Milo has?
They call her Squid Girl.
Trick question. The answer
They revealed it last time.
Trick question. The answer was Bisco.
There you go. Alright, but, so yeah, I mean, this just seems pretty straightforward. We're gonna get a fight, there's gonna be action, and then just whatever happens next.
So you don't think there's gonna be any understanding?
I don't know. They didn't hint that there would be.
So you think that she's gonna fight Bisco the entire show? To the moment she ends the whatever happens,
Look,
right?
if I
She gets
got...
eats by centipede dragon or chases them down every episode.
If I get 20 minutes of just a fight scene on top of a dragon, I'm gonna be happy.
Well, I mean, Namek has to explode at some point.
This is very true, and this is the show hasn't indicated it's gonna do that kind of thing yet. So let's go ahead and watch. Motorcycles and swords, good combos.
Not as good a combo as motorcycles and card games.
Yeah, but the motorcycles on card games are supposed to produce electricity for a city.
So down for it.
Just... And then there's the dragon.
In fairness, we all know she is capable of tossing the bike, though.
He's right, this is what you get for starting a fight in a dumb place.
It's a wide open plain. It's a perfect place.
Next to a giant ravine with a giant dragon.
Yes. Apparently there's a little girl inside the dragon.
I guess so.
Also super depowering the sister all of a sudden. Like, literally just got picked up by the thing. She passed out.
She got blindsided while being distracted, I guess.
She had to fight with Bisco before where they were tossing each other across the city, but now she can't handle getting picked up. Told you, it's a love story.
He made one just to have a ramp. This racket's just getting faster and faster every time.
There's a head on both sides of itself.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that too.
Listen, she was a badass before, and I feel like they're super depowering her to make Bisco look better.
I guess if she solved the problem, she wouldn't have a reason to sit down and talk with him.
Right, but that's just bad writing. Because you all, you know, as a writer, you also created the position that you then forced your character to go through. Those are thumbnails.
And also mushrooms.
Man, it sure is perfect that we killed this thing right next to this ramp at the bottom of a ravine for some reason.
ボロボロのお前らに無茶させねえ。俺一人で行く。待って。一番ボロボロなのはビスコじゃないか。
He did just go through 2 fights in a row on the same day.
自信過剰も大概にしろよ。ここまで来て無駄足で終わるってのか。なせ、バカ野郎。赤星。
Yeah, really, making a friend of your sister there, who didn't like you to begin with. Who was apparently just fine, apparently, watching you shove Milo around.
Bisco の血だ。よし。もういいだろ。さっきのはどういう手品だ。輸血が先。ビスコ。
He just has a whole bunch of blood in his bag.
血液型って。血液は血液じゃねえのか。冗談言うなよ。自分の血液型ぐらい。
Hey Griff, what's your blood type?
Not a clue.
Yeah, me either. This is where this always falls apart. It's in a scenario where you need to know your blood type. Everyone's always like, oh yeah, of course.
どうした？それがわからねえと無理なのか？うん、大丈夫。意味浜にいた時、ジャビさんにサビクイにまつわる伝承を聞いたんだ。何？俺は聞いてねえぞ。な。動くなってば。おかしいと思ったんだ。
So the answer was yes, he has a bunch of blood in his backpack.
ツヘビに生えたサビクイはキノコモリの血に触れて初めて覚醒すると。
うん。きっとキノコモリの血には不思議な因子がある。ビスコ、人工血液が馴染んだら。
So like we said last time, the myth wasn't a myth, it was actually a mushroom keeper going around injecting people with shit. Or taking their blood, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like an odd detail to have and not ever bring back up, so maybe it's gonna reference back to this.
だから動くなって落ち着いてられないの？貴重な若い時間じっとしてられっか。
Also brought the whole mechanism with him, apparently.
Hey, if I had like a portable science lab, I'd take it everywhere.
Yeah, you remember they were also escaping the city in a hurry. There's not just shit that they picked up.
Huh?
Yeah, she has some conflicting information right now.
私は単車の手入れをしてくる。こっぴどくいたんだからな。
人食い赤星を追ううちに、まさか伝説の霊薬サビ食いにお目にかかれるとは。
黒川。
これだけの霊薬、政府にも。
Now, where'd that blimp come from?
意味浜の県知事か。
I don't mean like where did they like get one to fly? I mean like how did they not notice it beforehand?
I don't know, maybe it was flying high and then it came down. There's one thing I noticed though. It's got metal parts that aren't covered in rust. Oh yeah, antibacterial treatment. That's the solution. So clearly, the rust incident must have happened sometime during COVID, right? When we ran out of antibacterials.
そうやってキノコモリを侮ると。そうなると言うんだ。バカ。
The one random shot.
Oh, it's like the whales from the opening that fly. Well, leaving now.
本当にここで撃っていかないの？
大丈夫だ。これでジャビロを直したら私も撃つ。
でも
今頃は黒川もサビ食いの役のなさに焦っている頃だ。もし私が感知した姿を見せれば、からくりを暴くためにどういう手段に出るかわからない。
That's actually a pretty good point.
お前は赤星を見てやれ。どのみちジャビローの命があるうちにアンプルを届けられるのは私の単車だけだ。自警の駐屯地で情報を得てから行く。心配
Of course, they caught Jabby while she was gone, so I guess she doesn't really know.
Yup.
あの子を守れるのはもう私ではない。
Again, I don't like that they suddenly depowered the person who was fighting Bisco to a standstill before.
その腹わずかなサビに見えるが、おそらく自然のものより進みが早い。いざとなったら使え。
I just generally hate it when they weaken one character to make the main character look stronger.
さっさと黒川を倒して。
Especially when someone's a character that I like.
あった。ちょっと順番が変わるだけだからな。オンに着せようとしてんならカウントしねえぞ。
私との初めの戦いを覚えているか？錆びた私を見て。
And here's the moment where they actually become complete friends.
赤星、お前もよく見れば凛々しい。
Hey, we have another angle to the love triangle.
I don't see it.
The love rectangle.
何こそこそ話してるの？
Yeah, you don't want to be a love triangle, because then you're saying that she has a thing for her brother, which would be weird.
It's the love pentagram.
It's an unclosed box. Yeah, no, this to me just is out of nowhere. I don't like this. This is a weird story beat that seems like, oh, we got 2 more episodes. We better put something in here.
おい、他の者はどうした？なぜ警備がいない？
Oh, they're zombies.
Or a demon. Don't know what the hell
There
that
you go.
was.
There you go. She's still powered up. She beat a gun at close range.
She's not still powered up. She did that before.
黒川、私の部下に何をした？
まあ、待て待て。血の気の多い女だ。
Seriously though, where did the addition of demons come from? I do have red black eyes.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's up with that.
To be fair, that show seemed really boring.
こいつよ、沼ガニのメス見っけて勝手に走ってっちまって、自慢の大バサミがねえから振られてたよ。単勝バサミじゃ。
Oh, that's right, the crab. The crab is part of this. His love, and hexagon. There we go. I remembered the word.
あんなに体を動かしたらダメって、どうして言うことを聞けないんだよ。だから芥川が勝手に動いて振られて、やべえ、本気で怒らせちまった。ああなったらたらふく食わしてやんねえと許してくんねんだ。ダメだよバカ、帰ってきて。10分かかんねえって。今日は焼き豚だろ。カワハギめんどくせえから任せるぜ。
He's just gonna like collapse in the middle of nowhere.
バカ野郎、人が心配してやってんのに協調性のかけらもないんだ。
Telling you, they're the real romance of the whole show.
It is crazy how quickly this went straight to domestic comedy.
手配犯赤星ビスコ並びに猫柳ミロへの定時勧告だ。東北放送の県内にいるのは間違いないよな。じゃあショータイムといくか。
It's a gamble that they'd actually be watching a TV, you know, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. They could have just been like on the road again with nothing.
Alright,
for,
the
like,
bet
weeks.
here is that the thing that he saw was his sister in crucifix pose. Because that's all they ever fucking do in anime.
おかえりビスコ。煮豚にしたのか？うん。
Yep, and I put something in it that'll put you to sleep so that I can carry you back and save my sister. Because that's also a thing that we only do in anime. Never gonna talk to you about the problem that I saw, but I'm gonna take precautions to solve it myself. I am a doctor after all, I have lots of anesthetic. Ah, you tried to poison me.
どうしたんだ？なんでこんな真似しやがる？ビスコ、お願い。話を聞いて。パウだな。
Take the poison, just take the poison.
霜吹きの駐屯地か。場所はわかる。
Milo became unhinged real fast.
Let's say it's the thing you do. It's the thing you do if you're an anime side character or possible main character. Also, how did he know what base, right? He just plucked the idea out of his head.
Yeah, he has no idea. He's just walking away.
It's your sister, right? You're trying to poison me. It's your sister, right? It's at the base, right? What base? We haven't ever talked about a base before. But the poison from the train creatures, the poison you just licked off your finger.
パウよりジャビさんよりずっと重病人なんだ君は。そんな体で命をかけて帰ってこれるわけないだろう。だったらなんだ。どうなっても俺の命だ。どうしてそこまで世話焼かれる義理がある。友達だからじゃないか。義理なんてあるに決まってるだろう。僕とビスコにないわけないだろう。君に一番大切な友達に死んでほしくないって、そんなの当たり前のことじゃないか。
Literally having to keep him at weapon points to not run off and die.
お前は俺よりずっと人に必要とされる人間だ。先に死ぬとしたら俺だ。
Bisco, at the same time, people literally need you alive right now. They need your blood. Get back here.
僕の全部をかけても。俺の実力を一番知ってんのはお前だ。見ろ。そして俺に
Another ridiculous moment that only happens in TV and anime. I'll kill you before I let you die. Wait, what?
Yeah.
死にかけの病人への負け方は君に教わらなかった。
Oh And he already lost.
10年早いんだ。わったらおとなしくおとなしくするのは君の方だ。ビスコ上等だから行かせない。絶対に。
This is the psycho turn.
Yeah, there we go.
I could really recut this into a romance scene. I'll never let you go.
And Hiara's like, alright, we know Bisco's superhuman, he's holding back, and then he just didn't.
No, I put poison on my blade.
Wait.
Was that? Nope, that's the thing. Okay.
I was about to say, did he have a gun the whole time? It's like, no, that's just his, syringe thingy.
Well, just think, though. Bisco's in the perfect position to kill a pig.
君が僕の代わりに受けた傷の分まで今度は僕が君の盾になる君の槍になる
First, let me put some teeth back in my head.
Now that they're both beaten up and damaged, now's the perfect time to go do this.
きっと君を守る見ろそんな顔するなタウーとジャビさんは僕が必ず
ウサギ面です。嫌なやつでしょ、黒川って。あのね、僕らだって同じ気持ちですから、いっそ赤星に倒されてくんないかな。次回、下道の罠。頑張れ、赤星。
And there we go.
Well, of course they feel that way. They've got a parasite within them that'll kill them if they try and get away.
Oh, yeah. They don't like this situation either, which makes perfect sense. The minions. But that was fun. There was actually a lot of fighting there.
I don't know.
So,
There's
you
a
know, I
lot of
got
stuff
half
that
of
I
what I
didn't
wanted.
actually like.
Yeah, you've been pretty vocal about that. It's like, oh, she's been depowered. It's like she got grabbed once.
She got grabbed once, and it was instantly knocked out. Whereas Bisco, an equivalent fighter to her, is getting tossed around, and then has enough energy in him to get into another fight with Milo, apparently. So,
Though I guess to be fair, everyone kind of got grabbed in that fight.
yeah, but she's the only one that passed out.
Mhm.
I guess I'm double incensed because she's a woman. So it's like,
I don't
clearly
think she
she's
passed
got
out
to be
'cause
weaker.
she got back on the motorcycle.
No, she passed out, and then Bisco held on to her as she was passed out.
I do like the reveal that Bisco also is basically dying from all this rust stuff too, and nobody realized it either. So
Well,
when we were
obviously
thinking
Jabby knew.
previously that there was a handicap because like the two are fighting, but one is dying from a disease. Like no, they're both dying. So I guess this also gives you superhuman powers. Because that seems to be the connecting element, right?
I don't know.
You're dying, you're superhuman.
Here's what I'm going to lay out. The fact that despite this being my number one show on my list, I'm slowly not liking it more and more.
Well, you're very critical is what I would say. That's all.
Right. But the shows that I love, I absolutely love, and the shows that are this is in my middling range where it was like, okay, I don't like the storytelling. Oh no, these are story elements. I'm slowly wavering off the screen. It's like the storytelling, the flashbacks with unknown where we are in time elements, the sudden twist of the characters giving up entire points of view that they had before to suddenly embrace new points of view. I mean, I like characters that are dynamic. Well, not to say I like. Let me finish here. I like character development. I like characters that are dynamic and change over time. But the point there is over time. This was literally one episode to the next. Boom. All right, sure. I'm totally going to give up on the idea that Milo was kidnapped by you. And despite you shoving Milo to the ground in front of me, surely you have his best interests at heart.
I think over here, like, I'm mostly along for the ride here. It's like, Bisco, as opposed to, like, Tokyo 24th Ward, isn't making, like, grand philosophical statements or anything. This is a lot of popcorn for me. It's a lot of fun stuff that's happening, and I'm just along for the ride.
I'm never along for the ride. I'm in investment mode. I've invested my time. I want to see a return, and I'm slowly the expectations are draining away from me to the point where it's like, I don't think I'm going to get the show that I want.
I think my return here is basically getting a good still frame of whenever my players get eaten by a purple worm.
Well, that's the trick. You got to put another head on the ass. Apparently.
That's right, the double-headed worm.
Which apparently,
That's
though,
what you should truly fear.
You still apparently only have to kill one of the heads because, they killed one head and the other head fell dead too.
Yeah. Which really, I don't think like they like super consider the biology of anything here. They're just like, this would be really cool. Because I could imagine like another show where like they take it hyper seriously. The giganticism here is like an element that they explore, and it's just like, all right, so now that we have this massive creature with millions of limbs and a body literally a mile long, you can't just poke one hole in it and expect to win.
Well, I think
So I guess
they were
causing
going
it to
with
choke on mushrooms is a thing.
Well, I think they were going with the nervous system thing because killing the brain.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that means it's also constantly tasting its own shit.
It's a real cat dog situation here.
I mean, unless it's like oozing its feces out of its orifices, like
you remember that like Nickelodeon show, Cat Dog, right?
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
That was basically half their joke. It's like they just disappear into the restroom, come out, and there's no answer.
I didn't really watch
what happened? We don't ask questions, just watch.
It was the era when I stopped watching. I mean, It was the era well after I stopped watching. I watched Rugrats when it was new, so, and that's about the time where I stopped. So,
oh gosh.
I mean, that's
cartoons.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's a hard line to draw, right? I stopped watching cartoons. Now let's continue talking about this anime.
Oh, we all had that phase where we're just like, oh no, I'm too serious to watch this anymore. And then like a year later, it's like, you know what? Actually, that was kind of fun. Let's go watch it more.
Well, I mean, it's not a matter of being too serious. It's just not a. I don't know. It just the humor doesn't ride the same way, right? It's not. It's not that like, oh, I'm too old for this. It's just, these just aren't entertaining as the shows I grew up on. It's just these are different, and I don't like things that are different.
Old man Ractix shakes fist at cloud.
That's going to be confusing to anyone you've introduced me to as Theta.
There we go. All right. So, I think we've had a whole bunch of fun here. They're just going straight to the rescue, so there's no extra build up there. So.
Yes, they are clearly going straight to the rescue.
Oh, that's right. I guess just Milo is going, and then Bisco is going to appear later to rescue everybody. I mean, because that's how the drama should go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, not seeing this show going anywhere that I want to see it go, and the characters are not having the development that I enjoy.
But you got the love hexagon.
Not really. That was a weird turn too. It's a why does she have to think you're cute? Why? Because she's. Why are the only two girls in the show love interests?
Because anime.
No, not all anime. Hashtag not all anime.
Hashtag not all anime.
I'm just saying, it's weird that the enemy who's been chasing you down this whole time in one episode decides, yeah, you're fine, despite hitting my brother in front of me, who the only reason I'm here, by the way, is to get my brother back. Also, you're kind of cute, and you're the only one who ever said I was nice to look at. What the? What happened to the strong?
I don't believe that second line at all.
That's what said. She said it. What happened to the strong, independent woman that runs? She runs all the guards, right? She's very powerful.
Runs all the guards, is a superhuman badass, is literally dying from something, but that doesn't stop her.
Motorcycles
goes
across
on solo
the country.
Missions.
Yeah. Had also a very accomplished mechanic, apparently, because her motorcycle broke down and she fixed it herself with parts she found on the way.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
But yeah, the first guy who says, oh, you're kind of cute. Oh, yeah, you're kind of cute, too. but I'm only going to tell you this a month on down the road. It's weird. It's weird. It's a turn. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it's mostly just a turning point in her perception of Bisco as an enemy to like someone who she actually is ready to talk to.
Which again doesn't make any sense to me either. Literally, there was a 4-line conversation about, no, your brother came with me. Shove him to the ground. See? He wants to be here. What does that... doesn't make any sense.
It's okay. She understands Stockholm Syndrome. She's not going to interfere with that.
I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense. It's super rushed. It's like, I do not understand. I understand you're trying to get character from point A to point B, but you're also the writer, so you have entirely the control. Maybe you don't introduce the children. That children episode didn't need to be there, and we could have taken a lot longer to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like 24 minutes longer. Sorry, 21 minutes longer because intro and outro.
Right. Still, next time, more fighting. Never ends.
Well, we'll get 2 episodes, so it's going to end. I project at least at the most 40 more minutes of fighting.
40 more minutes fighting, yeah.
Well, minus intro and outros. Sometimes.
Speaking of outros, this is ours. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and this has been Stoneface Reactions, so we'll see you next time. See you, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?